Hello everyone, welcome to today's news chatter. Before getting into the important topics of the day, let us have a look. All right. So in this particular question, four statements have been provided about the privileges committee, and they have asked which among the below mentioned four statements is incorrect. So let us read the statements. The first statement, this committee consists of 15 members in Lok Sabha and 10 members in Rajya Sabha. Usually, all kind of parliamentary committees, most of the parliamentary committees have 15 members in Lok Sabha and 10 members in Rajya Sabha. So, privileged committee is one of the most important committees. So, this statement obviously is correct. Second one, in the Rajya Sabha, the chairperson heads the committee of privileges. Very simple and very easy. Chairperson of the Rajya Sabha is the vice president of the country. So, in that case, how can the vice president be the head of a committee? So that statement is incorrect. In case of the privileges committee, it is the deputy chairperson who is the head of the committee of privileges. So this statement is incorrect. The third one, the speaker of chairman may refer to the committee any petition regarding the disqualification of a member on defection, on the ground of defection. So whenever a defection case is claimed on a particular member, the chairperson or the speaker can refer it to the privileges committee, because defection is again considered as a breach of privilege. So we can refer it to it. So this particular point is also correct. The members of the privilege committee are nominated by the speaker in case of Lok Sabha, which is a correct option. So when it comes to parliamentary committees, it is very important to have a clear-cut idea about all the committees. Generally, a lot of people tell that it's not much important, but trust me, it is a very important topic for your examination. Global Pulse Convention. So what exactly is Global Pulse Convention? You might be thinking that it is a very small topic. Why would I give concentration on this? But when it comes to UPSC examination, they try to test. Have you noticed each and every small important topics in the newspaper? Even though it was a small news, Global Pulse Convention is very important because India has been promoting its pulse consumption. It has been promoting more pulses agriculture also. So it becomes very important from the examination point of view. Who organizes it? It was organized by National Agricultural Cooperative Marketing Federation of India, that is NAFED, and the Global Pulse Confederation. Be very clear with the people or the bodies who are organizing any particular event. In prelims examination, such points are given importance. India's lentil production is going to be the highest globally this year. This is what they have predicted. So when the economic survey comes, try to have a look at it and make sure whether India's production has crossed the other countries' production. 2023 convention was held in Sydney. Sometimes such questions will come, where they will ask uh, in which place a particular convention or event happened the previous year. So you should know about it. It happened in Sydney. This year it is happening in New Delhi. The convention would amplify the message of pulses as smart crops. Why pulses are considered to be smart crops? Pulses are very sustainable in nature because pulses fixes nitrogen in the soil. When pulses fixes the nitrogen, we do not have to use a lot of fertilizers. So this prevents usage of artificial synthetic fertilizers in the soil, which will result in promoting the health of the soil, and it will result in sustainable agriculture. That's why pulses are very important. So this particular news is also important. 30-meter telescope. When it comes to science and technology, I have told multiple times, whenever a new technology or a new scientific invention is in news, you have to be very clear about it. What exactly is 30-meter telescope? Very simple. In a place called Mauna Kea, which is in Hawaii Islands of United States of America, which is actually a inactive volcano, a 30-meter wide telescope is going to get fixed. 30-meter telescope, the name is given in this way because it has a diameter of 30 meter. The primary mirror of the telescope has a diameter of 30 meter. So that's why this particular name. It is an optical and infrared telescope that will enable observations in deep space. It is a joint collaboration of which countries? This point is extremely important. The 30-meter telescope is a joint collaboration of the United States of America, Japan, Canada, India, and the most important country, China also. Even though United States of America and China does not collaborate in most of the scientific conventions or the scientific technologies, in 30-meter telescope, they are collaborating. So this point is important. Have a note of it. Swachh Survekshan Award. So recently, every year, the government comes up with a Swachh Survekshan Award to give award or to praise the effort of municipalities, cities, and states who have worked towards uh, neatness and cleanliness. So this year, Swachh Survekshan Award was given. It is an annual exercise. So this point is important because if they are giving a statement that it is a biannual exercise or it is happening twice in a year. No, it's not correct. It is an annual exercise. Award cities, towns, states which have performed impressively on various parameters of public sanitation. Indore, Surat, both these cities were awarded as the cleanest cities. It is hosted by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Which ministry is hosting it is always an important topic. Be very clear about it. This in this year earlier for the last 6 years, Indore was the top most. Indore was the cleanest city. This year, two cities, Indore and Surat, both became the cleanest cities. Apart from this, other awards are also important. Best performing states were Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. These three states were awarded as the best performer state in Swachh Survekshan Awards. That means these states have taken good amount of measures to promote cleanliness and clean way of living in their states. Chandigarh was given the best Safai Mitra Surakshit Shehar. Safai Mitra Surakshit Shehar because in this particular city, that is in Chandigarh, the Safai Mitras, that is people who are working in this field, are in a safer place. So the government is taking good measures to promote their safety and well-being. Mhow Cantonment Board in Madhya Pradesh was adjudged the cleanest cantonment mode. Varanasi and Prayagraj was given the cleanest Ganga town. So multiple awards were there. Take a note of everything. Try to remember as much as possible. Variable repo rate is a very important topic for economics. When it comes to Indian economy, what kind of questions you will be getting? Most of the times it will be a particular term, a definition. So be very clear with such economy related terms. A liquidity adjustment facility is a tool used by the RBI in controlling the monetary policy to either promote the amount of money flow in the economy or reduce the amount of money flow in the economy. Liquidity adjustment facilities are used. So variable repo rate is another liquidity adjustment facility. VRR auctions. In VRR auctions, what happens? As you might be already knowing, repo rate means the rate at which banks can lend money from the RBI. Reverse repo is when RBI is lending money from the banks. So in variable repo rate auction, what happens is instead of fixing a proper single repo rate, the banks can come and claim their own interest rate. So it will be acting like a auction where multiple banks can place their bids by mentioning we can give money or we can take money from the RBI at this particular interest rate. So, for example, one bank will tell 5%, another bank will tell 5.5%, another bank might tell 6%. So, based on this, the RBI will provide the money to those banks which are able to provide good interest rate. So, what is the use with this? The bank can infuse liquidity into the system. So when variable repo rate operation is going on, RBI will give money to the banks where banks will take the money. They will try to give loan or credit to the people with which they will generate interest rate. So it is going to infuse liquidity into the system. In case of variable reverse repo rate auctions, what happens is the exact opposite happens where if excess money is there in the market, in the economy, the RBI will try to take out all the money and keep it to itself. So how does this happen? The operational parameters are important. The auction gets conducted on e-Kuber platform. E-Kuber is a central banking system platform of RBI. You need to know about it. So every bank can place multiple bids, and the banks place bids in percentage terms, which I have already explained. So the main pointers of the day, record TB notifications have been achieved in India. That means around 25.37 lakh of notifications have been achieved in 2023. 25.37 people have been identified with tuberculosis in India in 2023. So is this a good thing or a bad thing? It is both. One thing, it shows that too many people with tuberculosis are living in India. Tuberculosis is a very big health crisis because one thing, it makes a person a living dead person because it consumes a lot of energy and it kills a person slowly. And another thing, it is a vector-borne disease where it can airborne disease where it can spread to others very easily. So, from this point of view, what you need to know is the most important programs India have to prevent or to tackle the tuberculosis problem in the country. Two important programs. One is National Tuberculosis Elimination Program. Second one is Nikshay Poshan Yojana. According to National Tuberculosis Elimination Program, India have already said we will try to remove entire tuberculosis burden to a greater extent by 2025. The target, just know about the target, that's it. Nikshay Poshan Yojana, financial incentive of rupees 500 will be provided per month for each notified tuberculosis patient for duration for which the patient is on treatment. So just you have to know about the details, nothing else is important here. Mention the factors other than the anthropogenic factors which causes global temperature rise. Explain the factors with examples. So it's a 15-mark question. You need to mention what are all the factors apart from the human-made factors which causes global temperature rise. So here you can talk about the general climate change because throughout the history, if you see, multiple ice ages have been there. The world has been through multiple ice ages. The globe itself is ever changing. The temperature keeps changing. In the core, we have the magma which keeps changing. So multiple geographical factors are there. You might have studied about it in geography book, class 11. So you can mention all those factors and mention some examples also. Pure geography question, you can practice it. From prelims point of view, this particular topic is very important. Missile technology is a very important topic always, so you need to know about it. Recently, the DRDO tested the Akash missile. India is the first nation that made a system capable of engaging four aerial targets at the same time at 25-kilometer range. So when the missile gets fired, it can attack four targets at the same time. Single firing, four targets can be attacked at the same time. So it is considered to be the Iron Dome of India. So Akash SAM, that is a small range missile, is considered to be the Iron Dome of India. Very important. Take a note of it. Akash SAM can hit the target between 4.5 kilometer to 25 kilometer. If it crosses 25, it is going to be medium range, not small range. Effective altitude will be 100 meters to 20 kilometer. Recently, the missile was tested. How it was tested? A high speed unmanned aerial vehicle was considered as a target. It was flying at very low altitude, and then the missile was fired and hit the target with bullseye. So this was a very successful mission which India has achieved in the recent times. Indigenously developed, it has radio frequency seeker, launcher, multifunctional radar, command control, communication systems, etc., which you can take a note of. So these are all the points which you should be knowing from prelims point of view for today. So that would be all for today. Let's meet tomorrow. All the best.